Hi, I'm Terri Milligan, a chef and culinary instructor here in Door County, Wisconsin. I'm up at the tip of the peninsula of Door County, Wisconsin in Gills Rock, where in the summertime, Weberg Fisheries does a lot of fishing for whitefish, our local fish up here in Door County. Today I'm going to show you how to make something with that whitefish. We're going to go into my test kitchen and I'm going to show you how to smoke the whitefish in your own home and make a delicious smoked whitefish salad. So now we're back in the kitchen area and we're going to show you how to use that whitefish that we get out here in Door County in Lake Michigan and the Green Bay area. And we're going to make that into a smoked whitefish salad. We're going to do a house smoke with this. We're going to use a smoker that I happen to have. It's by Cameron. And it is going to be lined with some chips, about 1/3 cup. We're going to use pecan chips today, and I'm going to show you in a minute how to do that. Then we're going to use our beautiful whitefish that comes fresh to me. You could also use a trout if you don't have a whitefish. And we are going to make a delicious buttermilk dressing that has some fresh herbs. We're going to use some fresh basil, thyme, and sage in it. But if there's a particular herb you like, you can use that. It's going to have some buttermilk, some sour cream, some mayonnaise, some capers, which if you aren't used to those, or find them in a little bottle. They're the pickled buds of a Mediterranean plant. A little white wine vinegar, salt and pepper, a tad of Dijon mustard, and some lemon juice. And I'm going to have the amounts of these items in the recipe as we progress so you can write them down. And we're going to make a nice salad dressing out of that we're going to toss our smoked whitefish in with some apples from Door County. We're going to use apples from Sequist Orchards here in Door County. And we're going to also add a garnish of tomatoes, and inside the salad some toasted pepitas, and pepitas are hulled pumpkin seeds. You could also use some chopped pecans or chopped walnuts, or if you can't have nuts, no nuts at all is fine. But I like to have that little crunch of the pepita in the whitefish salad. So let's begin and smoke our whitefish. So we're going to use this home smoker and we're going to create a dry heat in it. What I've done is line it with some foil. Then I'm going to put this little grill that comes with it on top of some of the wood chips that I'm going to put in here. So let's put some wood chips in here. You don't need a lot, and you want them to be kind of in not a heap, a little pattern here. And then we're going to place this right on top. Then I'm going to put the lid back on and I'm going to let it get hot, and when the steam starts coming, the smoke starts coming out of it, you're ready to go. One last thing that I do is I'm going to spray this grill with a little nonstick spray such as Pam so that my skin of my fish doesn't stick. So let's start smoking some fish. So this is my Door County whitefish, and it's caught for us locally right here on the peninsula of Wisconsin, the peninsula of Door County, Wisconsin. They fish about April through October for this fresh whitefish. It's similar in looks to a trout. It has a skin that looks kind of like a trout, and we took the pin bone out of it, so there's no bones left in this. And what we're going to do is place this skin side down in the steamer, and because this isn't a very fat fish, it's probably going to only take, for the smoker, only going to take about 8 to 10 minutes to smoke. You know when it's done when you open it up and it's firm to the touch, and you're going to see that it's changed color a bit and it looks smoked. What's nice about this method is it's not going to be a real heavy smoked flavor. It's a very light flavor. So it's been about 10 minutes and our fish is going to be done. So I'm going to open this up and I'm going to show you our finished product. So here's our finished whitefish. So you can tell it's done because the skin has become a kind of a cooked color, and you can touch it and it's going to be firm to the touch. Now you want to be careful when you lift this out. So we have our whitefish that's been smoked, and I'm going to just lay this on a parchment-lined piece of baking paper. Let this cool at room temperature, and then I'm going to put it either in the refrigerator to use later, or once it's at room temperature, we can take the fish off and toss it into our salad. But we do need it to get to room temperature before you finish the salad with the mayonnaise. So our fish has now been cooled for about 20 minutes, so it's at room temperature. I did want to mention one thing with the smoker. One of the other reasons that we have the foil on the bottom of our smoker is those wood chips are going to be really, really hot. And you sure don't want to put those in directly into a trash can because they can cause fire. So you don't want to do that. What's nice about the foil is you can take it over to your sink area, just make a little packet out of that the foil and lift up your coals or your wood chips and set them on a plate or something that's heat resistant and let them cool down for at least an hour or two before you put them into the trash. I would say a good 2 hours just to make sure there's no embers left on there because that is a really, really hot item. So you want to make sure those are thoroughly cool. So we're going to use some of this fennel that I've got right here. We're going to make this into our whitefish salad. You could use shallots or chopped fennel. I like the little flavor the anise gives the salad, and the fennel has a little anise flavor. So I'm going to use this chopped fennel, and you can keep these little top pieces of the fennel, the fronds, for some decoration on the final salad. So I like to keep that and use that for the decoration. So if you like to have a little different flavor, I suggest using the fennel instead of the shallots. So here's our whitefish, and it came off of the skin very easily, and I'm going to just use my hands to flake it into little pieces. Now I'm going to add some things to make this into a salad. We're going to add some chopped capers. We're going to add some, you can either use shallots, or in this case, we're going to use some chopped fennel. We're going to put that in there. Some green onion. These are the pepitas I was talking about, so some of the hulled pumpkin seeds. And then some mayonnaise to bind it. Some fresh herbs. In this case, I actually have some tarragon and Italian parsley. And then depending on your taste, you may need a little bit of salt and white pepper, but I'd give it a little taste before you over season it, because that flavor from the whitefish, you don't want to have it too salty and overpowering. So I'm going to make the dressing now. So it has about a half a cup of mayonnaise in it, about a 1/3 cup of sour cream. Then we're going to put a half teaspoon of Dijon mustard in it. This would be a nice just ranch dressing actually if you wanted to make this for your house, but it goes well with this salad. We're going to put some lemon juice in, a little salt and pepper, and a little white wine vinegar. I'm going to put some herbs in. Today I've got sage, basil, and thyme. And I'm going to pulse that. And then I'm going to add about a 1/3 cup of buttermilk. That gives it a little tang. And that's kind of a nice little lemon, and the buttermilk give the dressing a nice tangy flavor. If you like your dressing a little thicker, don't put as much of the buttermilk in it, but I like it to be able to coat the salad but not be so overpowering in the salad. So I like it to be a tad thinner. So now we're ready to put together the finished salad that I would present to your guests. I'm going to make just 1 serving, but this is enough to make 6 to 8 servings probably, depending on the size of your fish. So I've got some mixed greens. In this case, I've got a mix of organic arugula with some nice lettuce, and we've got our whitefish salad. I'm going to toss into my salad some nice apples. These are our Peninsula grown apples. I'm going to use these little julienne pieces in here. And we're going to put enough of the dressing to just coat. Now this is just 1 serving, so you don't want too much. So I'm going to toss this with my apples. And I'm going to have a nice plate here with, I've got a couple of the nice tomatoes. We're going to put this salad right in the center of the plate. And then I'm going to take some of my whitefish salad, and I use a little scoop here so I can get a nice even amount on each salad plate. And we're going to decorate this also with a couple of little fresh apples around the side. And if you want, you could put a couple of more pepitas on top. But there you go. This is a nice salad with a buttermilk herb dressing, your house smoked whitefish, flavored with, in this case, a little bit of chopped fennel, though you could use shallots, some tarragon, some capers, and those pepitas, which I urge you to try if you've never tried them. But if you don't have pepitas, you could use chopped walnuts or pecans. And the salad portion can be made ahead, your dressing can be made ahead, so you can put it together fairly quickly for your guests. So I hope you enjoyed this demonstration on house smoking fish, in this case whitefish, making it into a nice whitefish salad and serving it with some mixed greens, fresh apples, pepitas, and some tomatoes. Thanks for joining me.